What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, and if you missed it, today was day 2 of the America's Golden Spatula. This is, regionals. If you guys haven't seen it before, this is the biggest tournament in all of the Americas, and it's determining right now all of the people who are going to Worlds. And it was a pretty crazy second day. Our first place overall is actually Brazilian player Ego Illusions, a player that I have VOD reviewed before and have spoken very highly of. And we got a pretty great top 8 that's going to go into the final day tomorrow. Ego, Spencer, Robinsongz, Dish Soap, Dank Memes, O1, who I VOD reviewed yesterday. So, well, maybe I can tell. Maybe I can tell. Milk, So Bio, another player I've VOD reviewed, and Black Sheep. Honestly, looking at all these players, I think I've only not VOD reviewed Black Sheep before, which means maybe I should VOD review him, but that's not what we're doing today. Today, we're gonna VOD review Mr. Robinsongz. He went 3rd overall. This is combined points between days 1 and day 2, so it kind of reduces a lot of that variance. And it's Robin played a really interesting line this game. I don't even know what to say, but I took a peek at it and I said, I gotta VOD review this one. So very hyped. But yeah, also very hyped to go into day 3 tomorrow. I think most of the lobby is auto qualified to Worlds because Ego Illusions and Black Sheep were auto qualified for Worlds just based off of qualifier points. So the other 6 players were then fight, but then Dish Soap's also auto qualified for Worlds because he is a world champion. He's coming back. So 5 of the other players are fighting for the world slots, and I think there might be 4 world slots among them. I've seen some people tweet, like, I'm pretty sure Robin tweeted that he's already guaranteed Worlds, and Milk tweeted that he's already guaranteed Worlds. I've been kind of off the map because I've been celebrating my girlfriend's birthday this past weekend. So I haven't been able to look at everything, but yeah, it looks like a lot of people are guaranteed Worlds, which is pretty crazy. Okay, so opener so far from Robin. He's not actually interested in holding on to a lot of these like little multi-striker units here. Picks up a Cinder already, but I mean, yeah, who cares about the Cinder unit? So let's hold on to the Neela as well. We have this spat start, so it's spatula opener, and so far I don't think we have any spats that we're that excited to slam here, but augment can change a lot. If there's a gold augment and you can get those like double like fairy and then look for fairy +1 and then just get 9 fairy, those things are always very crazy here. Fine Vintage, Blistering Strikes, and Unified are all pretty bad starting augments, actually, just statistically. Some of them do fine stuff, but yeah, they're not amazing. And then Lunch Money, also pretty bad as well. I guess you can reroll Unified and then worst case take Blistering for some kind of AD comp, and he does end up looking at that. But Robin already makes a pretty interesting choice, and he takes this Beggars Can Be Choosers augment. I believe stats-wise, this augment is not, yeah, I mean, here, we can just pull it up. 4.78 we're seeing for Beggars, and if you go to something like GM+, 4.8 for Beggars Can Be Choosers. This augment, statistically, is not very good, but Robin opts to take it. It's 7 gold, and I think the idea from Robinsongz, yeah, this is a smart idea, is that he's going to slam Witchcraft +1 here. He's going to take Beggars Can Be Choosers, and if he can just get to a second Witchcraft +1 in this game, that means he's guaranteed 8 Witch. 8 Witch is good enough to win a lot of lobbies, though honestly in a spatula lobby, we'll see what happens because other people can get some crazy stuff. We also get a really nice board in here. Last round he couldn't really field his entire board because he was spending a lot of time figuring out what he was playing, but now we get the portal and the Vanguard in here, and we have the 2-star Blitzcrank, which is really nice. The only slightly awkward thing about this spot is we just have LW components left open here, which, when you're playing towards Vertical Witchcraft, these items can end up going on to Fiora, because, I mean, you're always going to play a Fiora on your board. Though the main unit that you're really interested in holding this Witchcraft spat usually is Rise. I know earlier on in a lot of the patches it was Karma Witchcraft, because she spreads it really well, but Rise spreads it pretty well as well, and he's just a much better unit on this patch than Karma. Karma is really, the Karma stonks are going down a lot. So yeah, but I don't know, I really like how he's played this early game out. Like the idea, this is a really important idea in TFT when you are playing, is just saying, okay, how does the portal that I'm in affect my augment choice? And this is a beautiful example of saying, I know I'm going to have to play for really high cap because of this portal. So you know what? I'm going to take this augment that allows me to have a really good shot of playing high cap. But I mean, the game gets a bit crazier. We'll see here. So we have potentially a red buff that we could have made here. Can't pick that up for the Rise down the line. I don't actually know what you love to see on Rise. He actually ends up taking Chain. This is on a Nico, right? Because he really wanted to pick up the Nico to guarantee that he can get 4 if he wants it. Ooh, I mean, yeah, he can. It's going to be a little bit of time before he plays 4 Witch, because I don't know that, like you really. I mean, I guess you could drop Portal for it, but I think you might just chill on this board for now. He fits in the. This is actually a nice little swap in, potentially thinking about getting the mages in, but he opts to just say, nah, I'm just going to continue to play this board because I get too many good traits in here, and I can, level up to 6 and then end up getting Poppy in here for Witch. The board looks really, I mean, it fits together really, really nice. Jace and Galio just, fit together. I mean, it's really just Jace fits well with Zoe and the Nico. Bridges the gap really, really nicely. Oh my god, that is a Karma already. So we'll see what Robin wants to do, because she does spread that Witchcraft really, really, really well. You could think about removing off this Witchcraft emblem, throwing it onto Karma, just because she is going to spread it better than everyone. But though we can't really cut some of this, it's kind of hilarious. Like, you're not cutting the Galio here, so we can't really play 4 Witch at this point. So I fully expect Robin, and yeah, he's putting his team in planner here, with the idea that this Karma is great for now, but it's just for now. We are not going to play a Witchcraft Karma game, even though we have a Karma. We are just going to sit here on this board, and then once we eventually get to late game, where we're going to move the Karma off the board, we're going to play a Rise with the items instead. So yeah. We do. I mean, I guess until you have 4 Witch. I mean, you have a lot of Witches on this board, so it's not a huge thing getting like Witchcraft spat onto Karma, but I would imagine that you want to do that sooner rather than later. But we'll see here. We get another basically Steadfast Heart components, which is pretty funny, because I don't think we're going to make double Steadfast here. Upside is we did find Cassiopeia too, which will help just kind of like stabilize our board, which is really nice. And I have to imagine the level up is going to be 4 Witch. And I'm kind of surprised Robin doesn't want to move this Witchcraft spat off of the Blitzcrank here onto the Karma so that she can spread it better. But I mean, I guess he's just gonna chill here. But yeah, we're going into our second augment next. Remember, we have those beggars can be choosers rolls. So what Robin is really, really hoping to dig for here is just another Witchcraft spat. If you can get Witchcraft +1, that means with Morgana, you get 8 Witch in on 8, and you are very, very happy, or maybe even 9. So our first few augments, I'm actually just going to play this at double speed because there's so many augments to look through that I don't think I can pause for every single one. He's going to roll a lot of these down because, Inspiring Epitaph is fine, and the other ones are like, not amazing. And you got to use a lot of these rerolls relatively quickly because you have so many crash tests, it's whatever. Theoretically, like, you would kind of want to be happy with like one of these 2 augments so that then you get access to all of these rerolls. Because if you just stick with this first one, then you don't get access to any of these rerolls. So you kind of want, something like Slammin is fine. And yeah, I think this is perfect from Robin. He sees Slammin and says, I'm going to roll down this one because my Slammin is actually completely fine. I want to get as much value out of these rolls as possible. I just want to get as many rolls as I can. And now Magic Wand's fine, so he'll roll Slammin. He gets here is what Robin takes that really, really puts the game into a crazy spot. Is he finds Trait Tracker and he grabs it. He says, you know what? I'm going to take Trait Tracker. This is the first game of day 2. And he says, I'm going to take Trait Tracker here. I have a Witchcraft +1. And so now he just needs to figure out what his board can be that can activate Trait Tracker. He wants to do this as quickly as possible. And the nice thing is that Zoe tends to be a pretty good unit. Yeah, he's actually going to try to planner out what he can do, because Zoe tends to be quite good unit because she's triple trait. Bard you usually want to fit in. Rumble you usually want to fit in. This is a pretty like standard setup for proccing this. He has the Witchcraft +1 already, but I mean, he's getting Witchcraft from this, so there's not really much to be done. I guess you can kind of, you don't really need to be playing this Poppy, right? She's in just for Witchcraft here. So you could play this just on 6 right now. He's already got the Zoe, the Galio, and he just needs to pick up some of this other stuff. Ezreal for Portal and Blaster is quite good when you're playing this kind of stuff, and then Zillion fits together nicely. So yeah, there's a lot of different ways that you can proc this. It's one of the hardest augments, I would say, to play in the game, and that's why, if you look at the statistics, it's not great. It actually gets a lot better. This is actually a really, really cool statistically. You can see at Diamond Plus 5.03, go up to GM Plus, goes all the way to 4.63. It gets so much better if you just go higher in rank, because the better players know how to make use of this augment. It's a very difficult augment to play, but I would say it's one of the most kind of like skill testing augments in the game when people talk about these kind of things, like a skill testing augment in TFT. So red buff still open if we want to go for heal cut. It's red buff on Fiora, so I have to imagine, yeah, that's going to be a very, very nice pickup for us, so we can just grab that. I don't think Fiora really does anything else for us as far as rocking that trait tracker. But yeah, we'll see. There's the Rumble, which is a big pickup here. It's nothing yet. We don't currently we also, I don't know, I wonder if there's something with this kind of like Jace Zoe setup getting like portal in. We have the Gallery. Like, yeah, like this already is 4 traits. And then yeah, I wonder if there's a way to do it. It's really, really tough, this augment. But yeah, I wonder if there's a way to do it. Like you keep these 2 on your board for sure. You don't really need these 2. These are 2 Incantors. You keep this in because this is like portal. You get Jace in. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of interested. Let's play a second around in team builder here. So like for sure, we want to play Zoe. We want to play Nico. We want to play Galio. I think makes a lot of sense. So like this is kind of like the core that we're thinking of, and then we're thinking of fitting like a Jason with this, which activates a lot of traits. Like is there some easy stuff that we could do here? I mean, I guess the idea is that like normally the idea is you play Rumble and then you can get well, I mean, I don't know. It would be something like and then where's Bard? It would just be something like this, and then this would well, I guess we have 2 witchcraft in here, so you'd still have to get another unit, and just any blaster or any preserver would fit fine on 7. I feel like there's got to be a way to do this where you can fit it just like on 6 right now if you just fit the units together. But I think Bard Rumble makes a lot of sense as just kind of like +1s on this board. You know, the more +1s you have, the easier it is also to get this, just because obviously the witchcraft +1 makes it a lot easier for you to get to all of this stuff. So we'll see. Even Tristana, probably not Tristana, but maybe there's a world where you can get like fairies in somehow. But hey, there's Jace too. We're gonna still continue here. Yeah, he's looking, just kind of trying to figure out what to do with this board. He is going to level up here because why not? It's pretty cheap for us to level here. It doesn't really look like he can make gold here unless he sells something that he doesn't want to sell. I think you definitely want to chill here. Yeah, okay, so he's just gonna do this to finally move. Okay, I think this makes perfect sense. Move the items over to Karma, the witchcraft spat move over like we were talking about earlier. But like speaking of, you know, people with high cap spots, look at Prestivan's spot. He is portal +1, and obviously he's made a portal emblem, and he already has a rise. So this lobby is always going to be, it's always going to be a challenge trying to figure out, you know, how we can win in this lobby. Oh, maybe there's a way to fit Vex in and get like mage. It's probably too hard because I don't know what 3rd mage you would play. You would play Galio plus Vex, but I don't know. Like you could fit Chrono in with Zillion, and then like that fits with like Bard for Preserver and stuff. It's kind of tough. But yeah, I mean, Robin's still in quite a good spot. We did pick up the Bard as well, which is, it's just Bard, and now we need, I mean, that's it. We've hit 7 here already, actually. Yeah, this is perfect. The Karma just fitting in for the +1. I mean, yeah, level 8 is not bad at all, and he's just gonna make the JG. I like the JG Slim a lot here. It's not the best item, but it's an item, and he just wants to save some HP, and he just wants to get something slammed here. It's kind of a crazy slam, actually, the more that I look at it, but I don't hate it, just to make sure that you get an item slammed, and especially because we're gonna be playing for Rise later. He's gonna have Scholar, and like, it's not a great Karma item, but we don't care about Karma. We're not playing for Karma. So we're getting our trade tracker here. We're getting another, can he pick this stuff up before he gets Charm? He can, right? I think you do, right? Don't you, or before he takes Augment, don't you pick this stuff up before you get Augment? Look what we got here. Multi-Striker, Blaster, Warrior. I mean, there's some trash here. There's a lot of trash in here, actually. He does roll into Pandora's items here, which you could use to re-roll some of these, which is kind of a crazy idea. Though it kind of looks like he's going for it. I was thinking maybe just he just takes it. He literally just raw takes it here and says, you know what, I'm going for it. I'm going to slam the charms that are good. Warrior +1's good. Preserver +1 is pretty good. I'm going to roll down here, try to pick up, you know, I have my 6 Witch on the board already. Would love to just find a Rise here if we can get it. But oh my God, like look at this line and tell me that this is not crazy. I'm going to slam just the sword onto Fiora and then reforge all of these, right? None of these +1s are going to do anything, so we might as well just reforge them, try to get something better. I believe I've heard, I'm actually interested to see, because we have 2 craftable, 2 uncraftable that we're rolling here. I think somebody told me that everything just rolls into everything now. I think that person was lying to me, though, because we just got 2 craftable, 2 uncraftable again. So I think that person who told me that was just full of garbage. I haven't taken this combination in a little while, but I mean, this makes a lot of sense. Eventually, maybe we'll get Arcana. You could just take 2 Warrior +1s. I wonder if Robin is going to. I'm kind of surprised that he's not just snapping this up and he just could play for like 6 Witchcraft, 6 Warriors, something crazy like that. Just would be very, very easy to get to. I guess the downside is you wouldn't be able to go for all of this other stuff. And even Reroll's Preserver here, which is kind of wild. But okay. He's going for the max cap. He's 33 HP here, by the way. Off carousel here, he's just gonna take the Fiora 2. I mean, this is fantastic. This is going to help him stabilize a lot. It's also a stair axe onto the Fiora, which is one of her best items. So I think this is a great pickup. And yeah, he's looking for Hecarim at this point. Okay, let's see now. 2 uncraftable, 2 craftable. Oh, okay, actually no, that person wasn't lying, because now we got 3 craftable. Okay, so yeah, I guess everything can reroll into everything. Interesting. There's Carmen 2, which is huge. I mean, Robin just needs to live, right? Live until he can reforge into enough broken +1s that he can, potentially win this game. We'll see. He wants the 8 witchcraft. He wants, he's got this Arcana on the board with the idea that if he can get like an Arcana +1, that could be really, really insane. But look, he's still losing these fights because, I mean, his whole augment is on his bench. He's sitting on 4 traits just sitting on his bench. Like, it's insane, but I mean, it makes sense. All of these are quite bad. 2 Bastion +1s? I mean, you don't even really you could slam them if you want. We have a Diana that we could fit onto this board, which is like fine for like, yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense from Ragan. You just slam the Bastion +1 now. You have to, right? We're getting too low. We cannot greed this long to look for these +1s. Like, we have to make something eventually. So we're just gonna slam these Bastion +1s. I think this makes a lot of sense. And look, 6 Witch, 4 Bastion, not bad. He could hold this tier on bench if he really wants to for like the Karma, which is honestly, that's the idea at this point, right? We're just stuck with Karma. We have Shape +1, which doesn't really do anything. I mean, it would allow us to get to like 4 Shape if we get to like a Briar later or something. But yeah, I mean, we're getting a free refresh here. We're definitely rerolling the B. So okay, let's see here. I mean, there's so many things he can get here. He's gonna make Static Shiv, guarantee the shred. Takes this. Oh, he does hit Arcana finally. Gonna make the BT for Fiora. I like this a lot. And now we just have red buff left over, which is not great, but not terrible. Gonna fit Arcana back in here. He's gonna Arcana the Charm. I don't know how much damage he's getting from this. It's probably a decent amount. It's not as broken as it once was, but it's still quite a lot. And oh, is he even just gonna slam red buff just for red buff? I think. Okay, I don't hate it. The idea being just that, like, we already have most of our units itemized. You can just throw a red buff here to guarantee heal cut on the other side. It's attack speed. It's not bad. But okay, 21 HP. And we finally now start kind of winning some fights. We roll into Hunter, which is pretty trash. We're also just rolling every single round here because I think Robin is still very afraid that he is just going to die here. And Nasus 2 would obviously be a really, really big spike on his board. But I mean, this game is just so dizzying. And this is, once again, a very, very high cap lobby. This is not just some random lobby. This is a spatula lobby. So many people are going to have crazy, crazy strong boards. So, I mean, you can even see here, our board is quite solid, but I mean, even this fight versus Michael here, really, really, really close. We end up beating him, which is huge. And Neonify ends up going down. Prestiven's also really, really low here. Yeah, Prestivent ends up going down here, actually. Reforged into Scholar +1, which is actually a usable +1. It is really, at this point, it's just kind of one more trait, though. It doesn't really do much, but I mean, I wonder if you take it just to have a trait. Yeah, I think you do probably just take it. It's something. It does allow you to get this down. If we ever get like a Tom Kench, we would actually get a lot of value out of Arcana-ing the Tom Kench because we have 8 traits in. But it would be pretty hard to eventually, I mean, you would just level for him, right, at this point. Fiora doing work. You see, these fights are so close. These fights are so, like, honestly, that turn that he slammed double Bastion was so crucial, because if he had tried to greed harder, like, his life would be so difficult here. Taking Nasus 2 here, really good call, as well, guarantees the Nasus, and he's got a Warmog, so you can just throw that onto Nico and be fine with it. I guess you could also maybe remove our warrior from Nasus, yeah, and do this. Yeah, I think this makes perfect sense. And yeah, I mean, every round we're just rolling for a charm here. We're just trying to get our wins in when we can get them, because once again, this lobby is so stacked. But six Witchcraft, 4 Bastion, 2 Arcana. He's got the Warrior +1. He's got the Scholar +1. He's just got so many traits in. Beautiful positioning also from Robin here to try to dodge out the Ziggs ult. The Fiora is going to do a pretty good job of dodging Ziggs ult just because of the way that her champion works. And so as long as your Karma isn't getting burst down by the Ziggs, you're feeling pretty good. We win that fight. It's a top 4 for Robin. This game, I feel like, really looked like he was actually trending towards 8th when he took this augment, and when he was re-rolling with Pandora's every single round. Like, it really looked like 8th, like. But I mean, I really just love how Robin brought this game back. He put everything together to get there. We're fighting Milk, who is level 9. I don't think Milk, actually, Milk is I want to look back at Milk's board next time we fight him because, oof, that's a close loss. But yeah, he's level 9. He has the little buddies, which is one of the best possible augments in that comp. So really, really scary. He's just Arcanaing this every single round because, yeah, Milk. Yeah, okay, so Milk does have 2+1s, but he's level 9 20. He's pretty far off of 10. So I wonder, but he's 36 HP. I mean, if Milk makes it there, he does win the lobby for sure. So that's a scary sign for Robin. We don't really. What do we need at this point? We have Heal Cut, we have a Mar Shred. I guess you could take like an Even Shroud or something from your item because you don't really have anyone to itemize. I mean, there's Even Shroud if he wants it. Yep, and he is just going to go for the Even Shroud. Move these items off of Fiora. You're going to go the Bastion onto the Nico. I think this makes perfect sense. And is just going to take the Yordle Spirit, the dodge chance here. Really, really nice. This is level 9. Does he have +2 Frost? I think he might just have +1 Frost because I feel like level 9 Frost we would be losing harder to this unless we're just an absolute beast. But obviously that's really scary. Also, is that an Olaf? That's 7. No, that's only 5 Olafs, I think, unless he had more Olafs on bench. But okay, yeah, I mean, Robin thinking about potentially getting this Nast out, but I don't think you can at this point. It's just he's too important for our board here. Yeah, I mean, Robin's just locked into trying to play for a decent score this game, just because, I mean, look at the lobby. There's people are so strong. He wants to be able to win. Like this fight versus Robivan, if he has a good charm versus, you know, a bad charm or no charm, can absolutely decide if he goes 4th or like top 3, top 2 type stuff. But so far, the fight's looking pretty good. The Fiora pops off. We kill off Ravivan, so it's a top 3. I don't know. Oh, the triple TG is so good that we don't actually have any gold to put it on units on. Oh, wait. This is actually so bad. And he realizes we only have 1 unit. He rips it because it's such a good charm in general, but it's actually horrible. We don't have anyone to put them onto. Yeah, he's just got 2 TGs sitting on bench here. Oh my god, that is so insane. And we're fighting Milk here, who's so strong. I think though our board's still stronger than Milk's. Yeah, so we do end up winning. Oh my god. I mean, just because like even one of the best players in the server who is going to Worlds, I mean, that was a terrible play taking that charm. That was actually horrible, but it was fine because, you know, he's strong enough. But you know, it just I love seeing stuff like that from really good players because it just shows like people there's so much more room for everyone to grow. We pick up the Morgana finally, who he is going to play on this board. Actually, it means we no longer have Scholar active, so we're just kind of playing her for the fact that she's a better unit than the Zoe, which is, you know, I mean, pretty reasonable, I'd say. Fighting Phoenix here, who has he does have 2 Olafs on board, so he's 1 off Olaf 3. I think he's been 1 off Olaf 3 since the last time we fought him, but we are beating him here. He's rolling every round. Is he dead? No, he's down to 1, and Milk's down to 4. But how close is Milk to level 10 is the question. We need to roll for good charm here, of course. Animate bench, really bad here. You can animate to get a Zoe, and you can sell the Zoe after she gets animated and put the Poppy onto board, unless that's counted as a banned like bug abuse type thing. I don't know if they count that, but okay, we're gonna throw the Zoe onto the board. He is gonna pick up the Poppy, so I mean that is there's been some talk about bug abuse in other servers. We're gonna lose this fight though to the clone, but Phoenix goes down, and so it's a top 2. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, bad charm, so it was a bit of a rough fight, but I don't know, that was just a crazy game. The beggars can't be choosers into Trait Tracker was just so fun to watch. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, check my Twitch. I'll leave the links down below. Thank you guys again for watching.